Brazil is a country of continental proportions, a place where nature operates on a scale that almost defies belief. Here, the land stretches beyond the horizon, a living canvas painted with the wildest dreams of evolution. Spanning over 8.5 million square kilometers, Brazil is as vast as the contiguous United States, yet it pulses with a wildness that feels primordial, untouched by time. Its boundaries are drawn not by roads or cities, but by rivers that snake through endless forests and mountains that rise like ancient sentinels. This is a land of superlatives. The Amazon, the world's largest rainforest, unfurls in a sea of green, its canopy a living roof sheltering secrets in every shadow. The Amazon River, a liquid artery, winds through the heart of the continent, carrying life and legend in its currents. The Pantanal, the planet's most expansive wetland, breathes with the rhythm of water, its floodplains a shifting mosaic of life. As of 2025, an astonishing 60% of this immense nation remains cloaked in its original native vegetation. The forests stand as emerald fortresses, their tangled branches and towering trunks forming a sanctuary for countless lives. This is a testament to the sheer power and resilience of the natural world, a living library of evolution, where every leaf and vine is a page in a story millions of years in the making. The forests grow and recede, breathing in the sun and rain, their cycles echoing the ancient rhythms of the earth. Here, life flourishes in a staggering variety of forms. Orchids bloom in the crooks of ancient trees, their petals glistening with morning dew. Poison dart frogs flash neon colors among the leaf litter, while sloths dangle in slow motion from the highest branches. Every inch of this land is alive, woven together in intricate tapestries of existence. This immense biodiversity is spread across several distinct natural realms, each a world unto itself. The Amazon's shadowy depths, the Pantanal's shimmering waters, the Cerrado's sun-baked savannas, the Caatinga's thorny forests, the Pampas' rolling grasslands, and the Atlantic forest's misty green corridors. Each realm is a stage for its own cast of extraordinary creatures. In the north, the colossal Amazon rainforest breathes life into the entire planet. Mist rises from the canopy at dawn, swirling in golden shafts of sunlight. Rivers meander through the green, their banks alive with the calls of howler monkeys and the flutter of macaw wings. To the west, the Pantanal awakens with the flood. Water spills across the land, transforming grasslands into a vast, glittering mirror. Capybaras graze on floating islands, while caimans glide silently beneath the surface, and clouds of birds rise in a riot of color and sound. In the country's heartland, the Cerrado savanna stretches as far as the eye can see. Twisted trees stand defiant against the wind, their bark scarred by fire. Here, life is forged in the crucible of drought and flame. Every plant and animal adapted to survive the extremes. In the arid northeast, the Caatinga is a realm of thorns and shadows. Cacti rise like sentinels from the cracked earth, and drought-hardy shrubs cling to life in the relentless sun. Yet even here life persists. Lizards dart between rocks, and birds nest in the shelter of spiny branches. Further south, the Pampas grasslands roll like a gentle green sea, their waves of grass rippling in the wind. Herds of deer move like shadows across the plains, while raptors circle high above, scanning for movement below. Along the coast, the Atlantic forest clings to the land, its fragments vibrant with life. Mist drifts through tangled branches, and the air is thick with the scent of blooming flowers and the calls of rare birds. Here, every patch of green is a refuge, a last stronghold for species found nowhere else. Each of these worlds is a masterpiece of coevolution. Leafcutter ants march in endless columns, harvesting for their underground gardens. Bromeliads cradle tiny pools in their leaves, sheltering frogs and insects in miniature rainforests. Every plant and animal is perfectly sculpted for its environment, their lives intertwined in delicate balance. Brazil is home home to an estimated 46,000 species of plants, 1,950 types of birds, and nearly 800 different mammals. Scarlet macaws flash through the treetops, jaguars prowl the forest floor, and armadillos burrow beneath the earth. Many of these are found nowhere else on Earth. Golden lion tamarins leap through the Atlantic forest, while giant river otters play in the Amazon's hidden streams. Each is a living treasure, a testament to the creative power of evolution. They are the guardians of ancient secrets, their survival strategies honed over millennia. Some hide in plain sight, camouflaged against bark and leaf. Others move in silence, their senses attuned to the faintest rustle or scent. From the silent, shadowy hunters of the deep jungle to the sun-baked specialists of the dry lands, every creature plays a vital role in the health and balance of its home. Predators stalk through the undergrowth, while prey animals rely on speed, camouflage, or armor to survive. Their stories are not just tales of survival, they are lessons in ingenuity and resilience. In the wilds of Brazil, symbiotic relationships flourish. Cleaner fish attend to river giants, birds follow herds to feast on disturbed insects, and plants and animals form alliances that defy imagination. To journey through Brazil is to witness the full spectrum of life's creative genius. Lightning storms ignite the savanna, sending new life springing from the ashes. Floodwaters transform the Pantanal, and the rainforest pulses with the heartbeat of 1,000 unseen lives. It is to see a jaguar, silent and powerful, slip into the shimmering waters of the Pantanal, eyes fixed on a caiman basking in the sun. The drama of predator and prey unfolds in a world where every moment is a test of skill and instinct. To watch a harpy eagle, wings wide as a man is tall, soar above the canopy, clutching a sloth in its talons as it returns to its lofty nest. The air vibrates with the power of wings and the silent struggle for survival, and to marvel at an armadillo, armored and ancient, rolling itself into a perfect impenetrable sphere, a living fortress against the dangers of the wild. Yet this is also a land of immense fragility. The edges of the rainforest dissolve into mist, where the balance of life teeters on a knife's edge. Every ecosystem is a delicate web, each thread vital to the whole. The very forces that make Brazil so vibrant, its floods, its fires, its endless cycles of renewal, are also the forces that test the limits of survival. Droughts parch the land, fires sweep through the savanna, and storms reshape the rivers and forests. As we explore these incredible worlds and meet their inhabitants, we witness the daily challenges they face. Every animal, every plant must adapt or perish, their fates entwined with the ever-changing rhythms of the wild. This is a story of breathtaking beauty and of a battle for survival that hangs in the balance, a battle waged in silence and shadow, in the rustle of leaves and the flash of wings. In wild Brazil, every dawn brings new hope, and every dusk the promise of another day in the world's greatest natural wonder. The Amazon is not just a rainforest. It is an ocean of trees covering a staggering 3.5 million square kilometers of northern Brazil. It is the world's largest tropical forest, so vast it creates its own weather systems and holds the largest freshwater system on the planet. The air here is thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves, a constant cycle of death and renewal that fuels an explosion of life. High above, a dense canopy of green filters the sunlight, leaving the forest floor in a perpetual, mysterious twilight. This is a world of shadows and secrets, where survival depends on stealth, camouflage, and sometimes a deadly warning. One of the most vibrant inhabitants of the forest floor is the poison dart frog. Its brilliant skin, painted in electric blues, yellows, and reds, is not a costume for a celebration, but a stark advertisement of its potent toxicity. This warning is respected by predators, allowing the tiny amphibian to live a bold and conspicuous life. The males are devoted fathers, diligently guarding the eggs they have fertilized. Once the tadpoles hatch, he offers his back as a transport. carrying his vulnerable offspring one by one to the safety of a tiny pool of water held in a bromeliad plant high in the trees. It's an incredible feat of parenting in a world fraught with danger. In the dark, slow-moving waters that wind through the forest like veins lurks a true giant, the green anaconda. This is the heaviest snake in the world, capable of reaching 9 meters in length and weighing over 200 kilograms. It is a master of ambush, lying almost completely submerged, with only its eyes and nostrils breaking the surface. It waits patiently for an unsuspecting capybara or deer to come to the water's edge. Its attack is a blur of speed and immense power. Instead of venom, it uses constriction, its muscular coils tightening with suffocating force until its prey's heart stops. The anaconda is a primal force of nature, a silent ruler of the Amazon's aquatic underworld. Lurking in the same waters is another apex predator, the black caiman. This is South America's largest crocodilian, a living dinosaur that can grow up to 6 meters long. Its powerful jaws, armed with a bite force of over 16,000 newtons, can crush almost anything that comes within reach. Hunting by day and by night, it is a versatile and patient predator. While it is a formidable hunter as an adult, its life begins precariously. The survival rate for a young caiman is a mere 10%, as it must evade jaguars, anacondas, and even larger caimans. To reach its full, terrifying size is to win a decades-long lottery against the odds, a true survivor of the Amazon's brutal, beautiful world. Bromeliads, with their vibrant colors and unique shapes, are more than just plants. They are miniature ecosystems. These plants collect rainwater in their central cups, providing a habitat for a variety of creatures from tiny insects to tree frogs. On the forest floor, leafcutter ants march in endless lines, carrying pieces of leaves back to their underground nests. These industrious insects are farmers, cultivating fungus on the leaf fragments they collect, which serves as their primary food source. The jaguar, a master of stealth, prowls the dense undergrowth, its rosette-patterned coat blending seamlessly with the dappled light of the forest. With a powerful bite that can pierce the skulls of its prey, the jaguar is an apex predator, feared by all in its domain. High in the canopy, the harpy eagle, with its formidable talons and keen eyesight, reigns supreme. This powerful raptor can snatch monkeys and sloths from the trees, providing for its young with unmatched prowess. The sloth, moving in slow motion through the treetops, is a master of energy conservation, blending into the foliage with its algae-covered fur. Its slow movements and nocturnal habits help it avoid detection by predators, making it a unique survivor in this vibrant ecosystem. The Amazon, with its intricate web of life, is a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature, a living, breathing masterpiece of biodiversity. In the heart of Brazil, water and fire wage an endless battle, shaping the destiny of the land and its wild inhabitants. The Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland, is a realm of constant transformation, a vast flat basin of 140,000 square kilometers, its face shifting with the rhythm of the seasons. With the arrival of the rains, rivers burst their banks, submerging the plains beneath a shimmering inland sea. Forested islands rise above the flood, sanctuaries for life seeking refuge from the encroaching waters. Across this watery expanse, animals adapt and thrive. Capybaras and caimans glide through the shallows, while flocks of birds sweep over the mirrored surface, seizing the bounty the floods bring. As the dry season tightens its grip, the waters retreat, unveiling a patchwork of grasslands, winding rivers and shrinking pools. Fish become trapped in isolated lagoons, drawing predators from far and wide. This seasonal concentration of life transforms the Pantanal into a living tapestry, where predator and prey are drawn together in a delicate balance. Here the jaguar reigns supreme, a master of both land and water, its spotted coat blending with the dappled light of the wetlands. These jaguars are the largest of their kind, their muscular bodies built for swimming and stealth. They slip silently through the water, eyes fixed on unsuspecting prey. Unlike most big cats, Pantanal jaguars are fearless swimmers, hunting in the very element that defines their world. Their bite is legendary, the strongest of any cat, able to pierce bone and shell alike, a perfect adaptation for dispatching armored prey. With a single precise strike, a jaguar can pierce the skull of a Yakari caiman, overcoming one of the wetlands' most formidable reptiles. These solitary hunters roam vast territories, driven by the cycles of flood and drought, their movements dictated by the shifting abundance of prey. The Yakari caiman, armored and alert, is both predator and prey in this dynamic world. Growing up to 3 meters long, caimans lie in wait for fish, birds, and capybaras, their patience rewarded by the bounty of the receding waters. As the pools shrink, thousands of caimans gather in astonishing numbers, a living mosaic of scales and teeth, each vying for survival as resources dwindle. Yet even the most formidable caiman is vulnerable to the jaguar's relentless pursuit, a testament to the ever-shifting balance of power. Hidden cameras reveal the drama, jaguars stalking through reeds, launching ambushes with breathtaking precision, the eternal contest of hunter and hunted. Each encounter is a vivid display of adaptation and instinct, the raw essence of survival in a world ruled by water and fire. In these waters another master thrives, the giant otter, sleek and agile, a shadow beneath the surface. At nearly 2 meters long, the giant otter is the largest of its kind, perfectly adapted for aquatic life. Unlike the solitary jaguar, otters flourish in family groups, their playful energy a stark contrast to the tension of predator and prey. They hunt cooperatively, communicating with a chorus of whistles and hums, their teamwork a powerful adaptation in the ever-changing wetland. With streamlined bodies and webbed feet, they slice through the water at remarkable speeds, diving deep and holding their breath as they pursue fish. Together, these otters can drive away even jaguars and caimans, their unity a formidable force in the wild. But as the dry season deepens, another force emerges: fire. Lightning ignites the parched grasslands, sending flames racing across the plains. Animals flee before the advancing inferno, instinct guiding them to water's edge, where safety lies beyond the reach of the flames. In the aftermath, the land is reborn. Ash enriches the soil, and the first rains awaken a flush of green, drawing life back to the scorched earth. Water and fire, opposing forces, yet together they sculpt the wild heart of Brazil, forging a world where only the most adaptable survive. Sprawled across the heart of Brazil, the Cerrado is a vast ancient savanna, South America's largest, and a realm of secrets waiting beneath the open sky. Covering more than 2 million square kilometers, this immense wilderness is often overshadowed by the Amazon. Yet it is a cradle of life, teeming with creatures and plants found nowhere else on Earth. The Cerrado is a living mosaic, patchworks of golden grasslands, islands of twisted woodland and dense shadowy forests, all rooted in iron-rich crimson soils that have weathered for millennia. Here the trees are survivors. Their gnarled limbs and thick corky bark shield them from the relentless fires that sweep the savanna, flames that both threaten and renew this land. Life in the Cerrado is shaped by extremes: scorching sun, sudden storms, and the ever-present threat of fire. Every creature here is a specialist, honed by generations to thrive in a world of constant change. Among the tall grasses, the maned wolf moves like a shadow, an icon of the savanna, both elegant and elusive. With impossibly long, slender black legs, it glides above the grass, able to spot the faintest movement of prey or rival. Though called a wolf, it is a species all its own, a solitary wanderer of the open plains. The maned wolf is a creature of twilight, venturing out at dawn and dusk, when the air is cool and the savanna shimmers with mist. Its survival depends on versatility. The maned wolf is an omnivore, Its diet as varied as the landscape itself. While it hunts small mammals and birds, it also feasts on the wolf apple, a bright tomato-like fruit that flourishes after the rains, sometimes making up more than half its diet. In eating the fruit, the maned wolf becomes a gardener of the savanna, scattering seeds far and wide, ensuring the next generation of plants will rise from the ashes of fire. Another master of adaptation roams these grasslands, the giant anteater, a creature as strange as it is remarkable. With a body built for survival, the anteater's long, tubular snout and keen sense of smell guide it to hidden insect colonies beneath the soil. Its tongue, sticky and agile, can stretch up to 60 centimeters, darting in and out to harvest thousands of ants and termites in a single meal. No teeth required. The anteater's life is a quest for food, moving from nest to nest, never lingering long enough to destroy a colony, allowing the insects to recover and the cycle to continue. Its front feet are armed with enormous claws capable of tearing open the concrete hard walls of termite mounds with astonishing force. These claws are not just tools, but weapons, formidable enough to defend against even the most fearsome predators. When danger looms, the anteater rears up, slashing with its claws, a silent warning that this gentle giant is not without defenses. Sometimes the savanna receives a rare visitor, the spectacled bear, a wanderer from the distant Andes, drawn by the promise of food. As South America's only bear, it is a master of adaptation, able to survive in cloud forests, high mountains, and on occasion the open woodlands of the Cerrado. Driven by hunger, the bear journeys far from its mountain home, crossing rivers and grasslands in search of fruit and insects. Here it feasts on bromeliads, wild fruits, and hidden insects, a testament to the flexibility and resilience of life in the savanna. These rare encounters reveal the deep connections between South America's wild places and the extraordinary journeys its animals undertake to survive. In the hidden savanna, every life is a story of adaptation, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between land and creature. In Brazil's arid northeast lies a unique and often misunderstood biome, the Caatinga, a land where survival is a daily challenge and every living thing is shaped by the relentless scarcity of water. The name, from the indigenous Tupi language, means white forest. It's a fitting description for the landscape during the long, punishing dry season, when nearly every plant sheds its leaves to conserve precious moisture, leaving behind a ghostly tangle of grey, thorny branches. The forest appears lifeless, but beneath this stark exterior, a hidden world of resilience thrives. Spanning over 800,000 square kilometers, the Caatinga is the largest dry forest in South America. Though it may seem desolate at first glance, it is a mosaic of life forms that have evolved extraordinary strategies to endure months, sometimes years, without rain. When the rains finally arrive, the transformation is nothing short of miraculous. The parched earth drinks deeply, and the Caatinga bursts into life almost overnight. Grey branches erupt in a riot of green leaves and vibrant flowers. Plants that have lain dormant for months awaken, their roots reaching deep into the soil to capture every drop of water. This brief window of abundance is a testament to the forest's resilience, a celebration of survival against the odds. Among the most elusive inhabitants is the grey brocket deer, a master of adaptation in this thirsty world. This small, solitary deer survives on the tough, fibrous vegetation that dominates the Caatinga. It browses on leaves, shoots and bark, making use of whatever the harsh landscape provides. Its digestive system is a marvel of efficiency, capable of breaking down leaves rich in tannins and other defensive chemicals that would be toxic to most herbivores. This adaptation allows the deer to exploit food sources that others cannot, ensuring its survival even in the leanest times. By feeding on a wide variety of plants, the grey brocket deer becomes a vital seed disperser, helping over 30 native species to regenerate and maintain the delicate balance of this ecosystem. Its shy nature and perfect camouflage allow it to slip silently through the thorny undergrowth, a ghostly gardener tending the future of the Caatinga. Another remarkable survivor is the Brazilian three-banded armadillo, a creature perfectly suited to the challenges of the thirsty forest. When danger threatens, this small armadillo curls into a tight, impenetrable ball, its armor locking together like a living puzzle. This unique defense is unmatched among armadillos, making it nearly invulnerable to predators. Its head, tail, and legs fit seamlessly together, leaving no soft parts exposed. In a world where every advantage counts, this adaptation is a lifesaver. The armadillo's armor is not just a shield, it is a symbol of the ingenuity that life in the Caatinga demands. It spends its days foraging for ants and termites, using its keen sense of smell to locate food hidden beneath the dry earth. For shelter, it often takes over abandoned burrows, conserving energy and water in the cool underground. The three-banded armadillo is a living testament to the power of adaptation, a creature shaped by the relentless demands of drought and scarcity. Above the forest, the skies are patrolled by one of Brazil's most dazzling and rarest birds, the Lear's macaw. With its brilliant blue feathers, the Lear's macaw is a jewel of the Caatinga. Its survival is intricately tied to the licuri palm, a tree as tough and resourceful as the birds themselves. The macaw's powerful beak is one of the few in nature capable of cracking the rock-hard shell of the licuri palm nut, its main food source. This specialization is a perfect example of coevolution, where plant and animal have shaped each other's destinies. Every day, these magnificent birds travel vast distances, soaring from their sandstone cliff nest to the palm groves that sustain them. Their journeys are a testament to endurance and the search for sustenance in a land where resources are always scarce. The Lear's macaw is more than a symbol of beauty. It is a living indicator of the Caatinga's health. Its fate is bound to the resilience of the palm groves, and its continued existence depends on the delicate balance of this extraordinary thirsty forest. In the far south of Brazil, the landscape softens into the pampas, a vast expanse of fertile, rolling plains where the horizon seems to stretch forever. Here, the world is defined by open skies and a sea of grass that dances with every breeze, shifting in color and texture as the seasons change. The terrain undulates gently with low hills and shallow valleys. In spring, wildflowers burst into bloom, painting the grasslands with vibrant hues, while autumn brings golden waves that ripple across the plains. Despite its fertility, the pampas remains a sanctuary for wildlife, where the rhythm of nature is dictated by the rains and the shifting winds. In untouched pockets, a remarkable diversity of life flourishes. These grasslands are home to a unique community of animals, each perfectly adapted to a life exposed beneath the vast sky. Among the most striking is the greater rhea, South America's largest bird, whose presence is a constant through the changing seasons. Standing up to 1.5 meters tall, the rhea is built for speed, sprinting across the plains at up to 60 kilometers per hour to evade prowling predators. Rheas gather in flocks, their social bonds shifting with the seasons. In spring, males compete for territory, while in summer they shepherd their broods through the tall grass. The males take on the role of devoted guardians, building ground nests and caring for the eggs and chicks through the unpredictable weather. Each nest becomes a nursery for dozens of eggs laid by several females, and the male's vigilance ensures the next generation survives the shifting seasons. As storms sweep across the plains and the grass grows tall, the rhea father stands guard, his chicks learning to navigate a world of open space and hidden danger. Sharing these grasslands is the pampas deer, a delicate and elusive creature that moves with the seasons, following the freshest shoots and the safest cover. Its golden-brown coat blends seamlessly with the sun-bleached grasses, offering camouflage from the ever-watchful eyes of predators. With few places to hide, The pampas deer relies on vigilance, its senses finely tuned to the faintest rustle or distant movement. Its keen eyesight and acute sense of smell allow it to detect danger long before it arrives, a vital adaptation in a world where cover is scarce. When a threat appears, the deer's sharp, barking call echoes across the grassland, sending the herd bounding away in a blur of motion. The pampas deer's subtlety and alertness are its greatest defences, allowing it to thrive in a landscape shaped by wind, weather, and the passage of time. Roaming alongside them are herds of guanacos, wild relatives of the camel, whose migrations trace ancient paths across the southern grasslands. The guanaco's adaptability is legendary. As the seasons shift, they move in search of fresh grazing. Their journeys a vital part of the grassland's living tapestry. Their thick, shaggy coats shield them from the pampas extremes, scorching summer days and frosty winter nights, allowing them to endure where few others can. When danger looms, guanacos rely on speed, racing across the open plain in coordinated bursts, their herds moving as one. The entire herd can flee at over 55 kilometers per hour, a breathtaking display of unity and survival. Communication is constant. Soft whistles, alarm calls, and subtle gestures keep the herd connected as they navigate the ever-changing grassland. As the sun sets, the silhouettes of guanacos, deer, and rheas stand against the glowing sky, a living testament to the wild spirit and rich biodiversity that endures in the southern grasslands, where the cycles of season and migration continue, undisturbed by the hand of man. Stretching along Brazil's vast and winding coastline for over 4,000 kilometers is the Atlantic forest, a living tapestry where land and sea embrace in a breathtaking display of nature's artistry. This is not a single, unbroken forest, but a mosaic of ecosystems, tropical rainforests, salt-soaked mangroves, and cool mountain woodlands, each shaped by the rhythms of the ocean and the pulse of the land. Here life flourishes in astonishing abundance. The Atlantic forest is a global hotspot of biodiversity, sheltering thousands of species, many found nowhere else on Earth. The forest canopy is alive with the calls of parrots and toucans, while secretive mammals and elusive cats prowl the shadows below. Countless streams and rivers flow from the forest to the sea, nourishing a web of life that stretches from mountaintop to ocean floor. Along the coast, mangroves form a living barrier, their roots sheltering juvenile fish, crustaceans, and a dazzling array of invertebrates. Tidal pools become miniature worlds, each a stage for the drama of survival. Where the forest meets the sand, dunes and beaches create ever-shifting landscapes shaped by wind and waves, and home to hardy plants and nesting birds. Deep within the forest, the golden lion tamarin leaps through the branches, a living jewel, its fiery mane glowing in the dappled light. These vibrant primates, once on the brink of vanishing, now thrive in family groups, a testament to the resilience of nature when given a chance. Just offshore, the green sea turtle glides gracefully through clear waters, grazing on lush seagrass meadows that sway with the tides. These ancient mariners embark on epic journeys, guided by the Earth's magnetic field, crossing vast distances between feeding grounds and the beaches where their lives began. On moonlit nights, female turtles return to the sands of their birth, digging nests and laying eggs. Soon after, hatchlings emerge, scrambling toward the waves, an ancient ritual repeated for millions of years. In these same waters the tiger shark prowls, an apex predator sleek and powerful, its presence vital to the balance of the marine world. With serrated teeth capable of slicing through turtle shells and a diet as varied as the sea itself, the tiger shark is both feared and revered. The presence of this formidable hunter ensures the health of fish populations and the vitality of the entire coastal ecosystem. Beyond the breakers, coral reefs burst with colour, sheltering a kaleidoscope of fish, while dolphins ride the waves, their playful energy a symbol of the ocean's exuberance. Above, seabirds wheel and dive, and at night, The surf shimmers with the glow of bioluminescent plankton, a reminder of the hidden wonders that thrive in these waters. The Atlantic coast of Brazil is a realm of extraordinary beauty and complexity, where every dawn brings new marvels and every tide reveals another secret. Here the wild heart of Brazil beats strong, a coastal treasure beyond compare. For all its magnificence, wild Brazil is facing an unprecedented crisis. The natural worlds that have thrived for millennia are now under immense pressure from invasive species and a changing climate. Invasive plants and animals, increasingly frequent and intense extreme weather events and shifting climate patterns are pushing ecosystems to their limits. These threats are not abstract concepts, they are unfolding right now, with devastating consequences. The intricate balance that supports Brazil's incredible biodiversity is being systematically dismantled, and the window to act is closing with alarming speed. The Amazon, the lungs of our planet, is gasping for air. In 2024, it experienced record low water levels, turning once mighty rivers into streams and stranding wildlife. At the same time, invasive species are spreading rapidly, outcompeting native flora and fauna. In May 2025, deforestation rates surged by a shocking 92% compared to the previous year. Invasive insects are damaging trees, weakening the forest structure and making it more susceptible to other threats. This combination of drought and destruction creates a tinderbox, leading to fires that burn hotter and spread further than ever before, scarring this vital rainforest. The Pantanal, the world's greatest wetland, is being consumed by fire. The fire season of 2024 was the most intense ever recorded, scorching 2.6 million hectares, an area equivalent to 17% of the entire biome. In the first half of that year, the number of fires was a staggering 15 times higher than the previous year. These blazes often started to clear land for cattle pasture, race across the dried-out landscape, leaving behind a blackened wasteland. The smoke chokes the air, and the animals that cannot outrun the flames, anteaters, monkeys, and even jaguars, are lost in the inferno. This relentless pressure is not confined to the Amazon and Pantanal. The Cerrado, the ancient savanna, is disappearing at an even faster rate, losing its native vegetation at 3 times the pace of the Amazon. This destruction is driven primarily by the massive expansion of industrial agriculture, especially soy cultivation, to feed global markets. Each hectare of savanna that is ploughed under is a loss of a unique habitat and the specialized creatures it supports. Meanwhile, the fragmented Atlantic forest faces constant pressure from urbanization and agriculture, further isolating the small pockets of life that remain and making them even more vulnerable to extinction. In the face of these daunting challenges, it would be easy to despair. Yet, within the heart of Brazil's wild places, a different story is unfolding. A story of resilience, adaptation, and hope. Across the vast Amazon, ancient trees rise from the mist, their roots entwined in a silent pact of survival. After each storm, new shoots push through the forest floor, determined to reclaim the light. The rainforest, battered but unbroken, stands as a living testament to nature's power to heal itself. In the shadows, a jaguar stalks through the undergrowth, her golden coat dappled by sunlight. She is a survivor. Her kind has endured centuries of change, adapting to shifting rivers and shrinking forests. Each cub she raises is a promise that the wild heart of Brazil will beat on. In the Pantanal, after the flames have passed, the land breathes again. Green shoots emerge from blackened earth, and capybaras wade into newly filled ponds. Giant otters, once driven from their dens, return to raise their young in the safety of restored wetlands. The Atlantic forest, once fractured and fading, now echoes with the calls of golden lion tamarins leaping from branch to branch. These tiny primates, once on the brink of extinction, now cross green bridges of reforested canopy, forging new paths for generations yet to come. Along the coast, coral reefs shimmer with renewed color. After the bleaching events of recent years, resilient corals anchor themselves to the rocks, sheltering clouds of fish and the elusive seahorse. The ocean, too, finds ways to recover, given the chance. In the Cerrado, the maned wolf trots through tall grasses, its long legs built for the open savanna. It hunts and roams, a symbol of the wild's ability to adapt and endure, even as its world changes around it. The Pantanal's wetlands, once scorched by fire, now teem with life. Jabiras soar overhead and caimans bask on sunlit banks, reminders that nature's cycles of destruction and renewal are as old as time. In the depths of the Amazon, the harpy eagle builds her nest high above the forest floor. Each year she raises her chick with fierce devotion, teaching it to soar above the endless green. Her survival is a triumph of patience and persistence. The rivers, too, are lifelines. Giant river otters glide through clear waters, their playful calls echoing between the banks. They are guardians of the waterways, their presence a sign that the ecosystem endures. Every seed that takes root, every animal that finds shelter is a victory in the ongoing fight for survival. Nature's resilience is a quiet, persistent force, one that refuses to surrender. The green corridors stretching across the Cerrado and Atlantic forest are more than just pathways. They are lifelines, connecting isolated populations and giving hope to species on the edge. The golden lion, tamarin, the maned wolf, the jaguar, and the macaw, all are symbols of a wild Brazil that refuses to fade away. Their stories are woven into the fabric of the land, each one a testament to the power of endurance. Even the smallest creatures play their part. Leafcutter ants march in endless lines, rebuilding their colonies after every flood. Butterflies emerge from cocoons, painting the air with color and hope. The future of wild Brazil, of the jaguar, the macaw, the giant otter, and countless other species, depends on the strength of nature's will to survive. Their world is a world of wonder, of beauty, and of hope. The health of the Amazon shapes the climate of the entire planet, its breadth reaching far beyond its borders. The Cerrado's endless diversity holds secrets yet to be discovered, medicines and miracles waiting in the grass. The fight for Brazil's soul is not just a struggle for survival, it is a celebration of life's tenacity, a promise that even in the darkest times hope endures. Let us be inspired by the resilience of the wild. Let us believe in the power of nature to heal, to adapt, and to thrive. For as long as the forests stand, as long as rivers flow and animals roam free, there is hope for the future, a future where Brazil's wild soul endures, untamed and everlasting. Gap 2S. As dawn breaks over the Pantanal, the world's largest tropical wetland stirs to life beneath a veil of golden mist. Here, water is both creator and destroyer, shaping every moment, every life. With the first rains of the wet season, rivers swell and spill beyond their banks, transforming grasslands into a shimmering mosaic of lagoons and islands. In this ever-shifting landscape, capybaras gather in family groups along the water's edge. Their gentle calls echo across the flooded plains as they graze on lush aquatic grasses. Nearby, a caiman lies motionless, eyes barely above the surface. In a sudden burst, it snaps at a passing fish, an explosion of water and scales that ripples outward through the silent morning. Above, a pair of hyacinth macaws swoop between the branches of a flooded palm, their brilliant blue feathers flashing against the green. They crack open palm nuts with powerful beaks, scattering fragments that become food for smaller creatures below. A jabiru stork wades through knee-deep water, its long beak probing for snails and frogs. Every movement sends tiny insects skittering across the mirrored surface. As the sun climbs higher, the Pantanal's rare and remarkable plants reveal their secrets. Giant water lilies unfurl broad waxy leaves that float atop still pools, creating islands for frogs and dragonflies. In the shadows, the Victoria amazonica blooms, a flower so large it can cradle a resting jacana, whose delicate toes allow it to walk on water. Underwater, armored catfish sift through silt, while schools of tetras dart between submerged roots. An anaconda glides silently through the reeds, its patterned body barely visible beneath the water's dappled light. It waits, patient and unseen, as herons and spoonbills stalk the shallows in search of prey. With the passing months, the water recedes, revealing mudflats alive with movement. Armored armadillos dig for insects, and giant anteaters sweep their long tongues across anthills exposed by the retreating flood. The wetlands pulse with change, each season a symphony of adaptation. In the heart of the Pantanal, life is a delicate dance. Each creature, each plant, is intimately tied to the rhythms of the water. From the silent glide of the jaguar through flooded forests to the chorus of frogs that fills the humid night, the wetlands are a world apart, a place where the wild heart of Brazil beats strong and nature's wonders unfold with every rising sun. High above the forest floor, where sunlight filters through a cathedral of emerald leaves, lies a world few eyes ever see, the Amazon Canopy. Here, in a labyrinth of branches and vines, life thrives in astonishing diversity and secrecy. Scarlet macaws flash through the foliage in pairs, their vibrant feathers a blur against the green. They call to one another with echoing cries, forging lifelong bonds as they feast on seeds and nuts. Nearby, a tiny golden-crowned mannequin performs an elaborate dance on a mossy branch, hoping to attract a mate with its acrobatic leaps and shimmering plumage. In the dense tapestry of leaves, glass-wing butterflies rest with their transparent wings nearly invisible against the dappled sunlight. Army ants form living bridges between branches, their cooperative swarms allowing other canopy dwellers like the leafcutter ants to travel safely above the ground. Epiphytes, or air plants, cling to every available surface. Orchids, bromeliads and ferns create lush gardens in the crooks of branches, capturing rainwater and fallen debris. These miniature reservoirs become entire ecosystems, nurturing tree frogs, mosquito larvae and beetles that never touch the earth below. A slow-moving three-toed sloth cloaked in green algae blends perfectly with the mossy boughs. It moves only when necessary, conserving precious energy and evading the keen eyes of harpy eagles soaring overhead. The eagle, with its massive talons, is a silent hunter, master of the heights, always watchful for unwary prey. Tiny tamarins leap from limb to limb, their sharp calls echoing through the upper reaches. They search for sweet fruits and insects, sometimes disturbing a sleeping boa coiled around a branch. The boa, patient and powerful, waits for nightfall to hunt in the cool darkness. Countless insects, colourful katydids, camouflaged stick insects, and dazzling jewel beetles navigate this vertical maze. Some mimic leaves or bark to avoid predatory birds, while others flash warning colours to signal their toxicity. Every inch of the canopy is alive with connections. Bromeliads host colonies of ants which defend their leafy homes from herbivores. Birds and bats pollinate flowers, while monkeys inadvertently scatter seeds far and wide. Each species plays a crucial role in this delicate balance, ensuring the survival of the forest above. In the Amazon canopy, survival means adaptation. It means blending in, standing out, cooperating and competing, an endless interplay of life, innovation and resilience. Here, far from the forest floor, the secrets of the wild are written in every fluttering wing and unfurling leaf, a testament to the ingenuity of nature thriving high in the treetops. As daylight fades and shadows deepen, a new world awakens in wild Brazil. The forest, once alive with sunlit colour, transforms into a realm of silhouettes, whispers and hidden movement. Here, beneath the cloak of night, creatures adapted to darkness begin their secret lives. A chorus of frogs erupts from the undergrowth, their voices echoing through the humid air. Each call is both a declaration and a warning, an invitation to mates, a deterrent to rivals. Fireflies flicker like living stars, their bioluminescent signals painting messages in the blackness. High above, an owl perches in silence. Its wide, unblinking eyes capture every glimmer of moonlight, while its head swivels, listening for the faintest rustle. With soundless wings it swoops down, talons outstretched to snatch a scurrying mouse from the leaf litter below. On the forest floor, armadillos emerge from burrows, snuffling for insects and fallen fruit. Their armor offers protection from prowling predators, but they rely on keen senses of smell and hearing to detect danger in the dark. Slender ocelots slip between tree trunks, their spotted coats blending perfectly with the dappled shadows. They stalk with patience and precision, ears tuned to the movement of rodents or birds roosting low in the branches. A sudden pounce, and the hunt is over. Meanwhile, capybaras gather at the water's edge, alert to the splash of lurking caimans. These silent hunters glide beneath the surface, eyes and nostrils just above the waterline, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. In the canopy, night monkeys, also called duraculis, leap from branch to branch. Their oversized eyes glow in the moonlight, perfectly adapted to the gloom. They forage for fruit and insects, communicating with soft hoots that drift through the trees. Moths, drawn to the scent of night-blooming flowers, flutter from blossom to blossom, pollinating plants while bats swoop overhead. The bats, masters of echolocation, navigate the darkness with high-pitched calls, catching insects in mid-air or sipping nectar from blossoms that only open after dusk. Throughout the night the jungle pulses with life. Predators and prey move in a delicate dance, each equipped with tools for survival in the absence of light. Some rely on stealth and silence, others on camouflage or acute senses. As dawn approaches, the night's activity slows. Creatures retreat to burrows, nests and hollows, vanishing as the first rays of sunlight pierce the canopy. The secrets of the night are hidden once more, waiting to be revealed when darkness falls again over wild Brazil. Beneath the lush forests and sweeping savannas of Brazil lies a world few have ever seen, a hidden realm untouched by sunlight, carved over millennia by the slow, patient work of water and stone. Welcome to Brazil's subterranean wonders, a labyrinth of caves that stretch for miles beneath the surface, harboring secrets as ancient as the land itself. Inside these vast chambers, the air is cool and still. Stalactites hang like icy daggers from the ceilings, while stalagmites rise from the floor, slowly reaching toward their counterparts above. Mineral-rich waters drip and flow, painting the walls with bands of color, ochre, white, and shimmering crystal. Echoes bounce endlessly, amplifying the smallest sound. Here in perpetual darkness, life takes on extraordinary forms. Blind catfish glide through underground streams, their bodies translucent and unseeing, guided by touch and vibration. Tiny, pale crustaceans scuttle across the cavern floor, perfectly adapted to the absence of light. Some species found here exist nowhere else on Earth, having evolved in isolation over countless generations. Bats cling to the ceilings in silent colonies, their guano nourishing entire ecosystems below. Beetles, fungi, and microscopic organisms thrive in this nutrient-rich environment, forming a delicate web of life. In hidden pools, rare amphibians like the golden cave salamander lurk between the rocks, their skin sensitive to the slightest changes in humidity and temperature. The caves themselves are geological masterpieces. Ancient rivers have carved sprawling passages and cathedral-like chambers adorned with sparkling crystals and bizarre rock formations. Some caves contain underground lakes, their surfaces still as glass, reflecting the alien beauty above. Others are home to intricate networks of tunnels, winding deeper and deeper into the earth. Despite the absence of sunlight, these caves pulse with a quiet vitality. Every organism, every droplet of water plays a crucial role in the fragile balance of this underground world. Above, the forests teem with life. Below, in the silent darkness, another universe thrives, hidden, mysterious, and uniquely Brazilian. As we leave this secret kingdom, the echoes of its wonders linger, a reminder that Brazil's greatest treasures are often concealed, waiting to be discovered beneath the surface. At the boundary where towering rainforests meet open landscapes, a unique world comes alive, the edge of Brazil's Atlantic forest. Here the dense green canopy gives way to sun-dappled clearings, tangled thickets, and pockets of grassland. creating a mosaic of habitats that pulses with life. This transitional zone is a hotspot for biodiversity. Sunlight filters more freely, nurturing a profusion of wildflowers and shrubs. Vines climb and twist, weaving a living tapestry between ancient trees and new growth. The variety of plants attracts an astonishing array of creatures, each perfectly adapted to the shifting conditions of the forest's edge. Brightly coloured tanagers and parakeets flit between branches, feasting on berries and seeds. Hummingbirds hover near blossoms, their wings ablur as they sip nectar. In the undergrowth, agoutis and armadillos forage for fallen fruit and insects, while slender lizards bask on sun-warmed rocks. Predators, too, patrol these margins. The elusive ocelot moves silently through the shadows, its spotted coat blending with dappled light. Overhead, a roadside hawk scans the ground for movement, ready to swoop at the slightest rustle. Waterways wind along the forest edge, supporting frogs, turtles, and dragonflies. In the early morning, a mist hangs over these streams, and the chorus of amphibians rises, a symphony to greet the dawn. The edge zones are more than just meeting points between habitats. They are vital corridors for wildlife. Many species depend on these transitional areas to move safely between forest patches, find food and seek shelter. Here, genetic diversity flourishes, strengthening populations and fostering resilience. Yet these zones are fragile. As the Atlantic forest shrinks, its edges grow, exposing more life to the harshness of the open. But within these boundary lands, nature's adaptability shines. Each plant and animal plays a role in sustaining the delicate balance, connecting the forest's heart to the wider world beyond. At the edge of the Atlantic forest, life is dynamic and ever-changing, a vibrant testament to the resilience and richness of Brazil's wild places. Hidden beneath the emerald canopy and winding across the land, Brazil's rivers shimmer with a secret treasure: gold. These waterways, etched over millennia, are not only veins of mineral wealth but also lifelines for the remarkable tapestry of aquatic life that thrives within. The rivers of gold carve their way through diverse landscapes, from dense rainforests to open savannas. Their banks are lined with tangled roots and lush vegetation, creating a haven for countless species. As the seasons shift, so too do the rivers. During the rainy months, swollen waters flood the forest, transforming woodlands into vast, submerged worlds. Fish glide between submerged tree trunks, while turtles bask on floating logs and otters chase after darting shoals. Within these golden currents, unique creatures flourish. The electric eel prowls the muddy depths, while schools of radiant tetras flash like living jewels in the dappled light. Giant river otters patrol the banks, and freshwater stingrays skim the sandy bottoms. Even the river dolphins, with their pale pink skin, move gracefully through the labyrinth of channels, hunting and playing in the ever-changing waters. Aquatic plants, too, adapt to the river's moods. Water hyacinths drift on the surface, and submerged grasses sway in the gentle current. Dragonflies skim low, their wings glinting in the sun, while frogs call from the reeds, announcing the arrival of dusk. Season after season, Brazil's gold-rich rivers pulse with life. Each flood breathes new energy into the ecosystem, nourishing the land and providing sanctuary for a dazzling diversity of species. These waterways are more than just conduits of precious minerals. They are living arteries sustaining the wild heart of Brazil.